Labdien, tere, sveiki gyvi. Hello everyone, здравствуйте, guten Abend, ni hao, did I say everyone? Hello. Hope you're all enjoying this event, the second day, the second half of it. We are almost finishing, but yet I have something interesting to share with you guys. So this is our approach of searching out, deep researching on pilot-free locomotives. So what are the biggest challenges? What are the biggest opportunities in this? It works in metros in different countries. And yet, what about the trains, network trains, national railways? Are there any feasibility? Is it any value for business clients? We start small, investigating the progress, and want to share with you. This is a 6-month thing we're going to do, and this is how we want to approach this. So, we all live in 21st century, right? Although the technologies we use have been created by our parents and our grandparents. And this actually gives us opportunity to implement the technology we have today into infrastructure that was created in very far in the past. So digital age provides potential that is bigger than ever before to have our own input in the technologies in order to have the best advantage of our region in this very competitive world. In the picture above, you can see a Mercedes-Benz F15, a pilot for autonomous car, a self-driving truck, and a Dreamliner, a bus of the future that is a driver-free. Autonomous trains have been routing around in metros and subways for some time now in Western Europe, but we witness as well the first freight and passenger trains routing in Western Europe. So although these steps are really careful, we can straight ahead see the value that is hidden under this technology. So boosted in safety, better traction, and time punctuality. These are the benefits and values that will come from autonomous driving. So, am I right to say that Rail Baltica has the strategic decision to be a transport leader in the region we all live in? Am I? I think I am right. This is the strategic move we are leading to. So we must be brave, I think, and take actions to increase the technology going forwards towards excellence. The overall system concept is divided, is combined from few terms here. Traffic management system. ATO system actually is deployed as an automatic train protection system. And the maximum of ATO is gotten well when you combine it with European train control system. So just for those who are new to this topic, I'll briefly introduce you to the 4 standards that we have here of ATO. There are 4 levels, and they're basically separated in accordance of human involvement of being part of this process. So this is certified by grade of automation. The first grade is when everything is done manually, basically. A second grade is semi-automatic, when acceleration and braking is done automatically, and the rest is done by a driver, so door closing and operating any disturbances, if there's any. Driverless is considered where there's no driver involved, but there still needs to be a train attendant, just in case, and to operate the door. The 4th level, the highest one, is completely automatic. Can you raise your hands if you have ever driven an automatic train? Okay, I can see about maybe 10% of audience here. Now, I mentioned you, what we're going to do is, we are at the investigation stage here. We're talking with suppliers, the hardware and software suppliers, and there's not a lot of them, but since we are talking with them, we want to sum up the whole information, and we're going to be working with one of consulting agencies to group the information into a package, so we have a firm, good answer. And there's three kind of horizontal domains in it. So legal aspect, technological, and networking partnership. It really depends how we work together on this one. It's not a competitiveness country on a country anymore, railway company on a railway, it's a region thing now. Okay, so we see that we expect that the whole outcome of this investigation would be divided into like 5 parts, we see. So technological scenario, when we see what is the value of driverless train in freight for business clients, what is the value for remote shunting, or driverless in conventional trains. Obviously, risks and opportunities is a huge factor. Crisis management in situations like insurance purposes. So what happens if a driverless train hits somebody somewhere, is off the track? Who's responsible? So this is a really insane insurance algorithm someone needs to solve. Once we have this, we can have a big picture that lists components of capabilities at different ATO levels. And to have a big picture, as I said, we need to be communicating with companies that are best in class. All of this summed up, we have a roadmap for execution. And then we sit back again and see for any alternatives. Okay, so what benefits can be caused and what effect can be caused for Rail Baltica or separately in countries? We see that there could be a potential of having a Rail Baltica or a different country as a test lab, experimentation lab for ATOs. And if we communicate with suppliers in a great manner, we share the infrastructure, and we can potentially have a good example for other European countries, basically. We could be improving freight a lot. We could be modernizing the whole infrastructure, which is really obvious. But what is really cool is once we create a great product, we can be shareholders of exporting it to other countries or other regions that they're evolving slower than ours. And the best thing out of it, the most important thing out of it, is that we show all the world or the regions that we're working in that we're really innovative region. So Rail Baltica is an innovative region having really top-notch decisions, technology solutions, and when it comes for a company, a business client that actually is generating the whole and the most amount of profits for rail companies, it's their decision who they want to ship with their goods. Rail, ships, flying is really expensive, but that might be a good decision maker. Right, so there are already good examples around the world. We have some shunting locomotives, driverless freight trains, driverless metro. In fact, the driverless freight train has only been developed and been used only about 9 months ago in Australia, somewhere in a remote area. It was from a mine, coal mine goods were shipped to a manufacturing plant, and Germany just started a few trips on lines for a freight train. Driverless metro, I've mentioned already, are going in Europe for some time now. Okay, so there's three sort of KPI areas we want to see. So first of all, train performance. Is there an increase in capacity, punctuality in timetable? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of increase of passengers and increase of cargo once the Rail Baltica is in place. So we will need to think about this, about the capacity increase. Driver's satisfaction, is he feeling better on supporting the train control, the driving quality as well? And the last is energy saving. When we have ATO in place, energy consumption and asset utilization is going to be one of the KPIs we can be measuring. So, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, we are working and speaking with different suppliers, and God, oh God, the hardware is really different, and approach to ATO is really different. So it all depends on the variety of infrastructure, on traffic control systems that you have, and it seems like always a custom-made product, right? So this is not a commercial, but these are the companies that actually provide the system. Do we have representatives here from these companies? Yeah, a few, I can see. Well, all of them should be here. It's really important. I think these are the decision makers that are sitting here in this conference. But for those who are, let's say, more technical oriented, I have borrowed a presentation from one of the suppliers. So we're talking about a hardware that is mounted in the cabin, maybe balistas that are communicating ground to train control, and this is all, the communication is distributed through GSMR. For those who are, let's say, more in engineering, have more engineering knowledge, there's another representation, and the challenge here is mounting all of this hardware in driver's cabin is really challenging. They're offering to put a few boxes under driver's seat, remove one thing and mount it all the hardware. It's really packed up, and it's really challenging to find space there. So I'm almost to the end here, and you've been seeing this picture quite a few times, I think today, yesterday as well. Where can we have this? Obviously, we cannot have it straight away from Helsinki to Warsaw. We should be setting a few tracks or a few lines that we can test on. So why not try it on airport to city center shuttles? Riga to Riga Airport and Vilnius to Vilnius Airport. That could be one testing line. Another one could be Kaunas to Vilnius, as that's not going to be too much overloaded. Well, just a forecast. So one point could be airport shuttles. Another one could be more of encouraging through the cities. What I mean is that every city has manufacturing plants. These are the business clients I'm talking about. Chemicals, iron makers, concrete, oil companies. These are the companies that generate a lot of profit for rail companies. So rail companies should be contacting local companies of manufacturers if they would be willing to have this driverless opportunity for shunting their goods, right? For my last slide, I have a vision, and in the background you can see maglev's train, a magnetic levitation train that comes into our lives from the future with this crazy, awesome aesthetics, and it can split in two halves and have ability to go with both directions, and has separate engines. Sounds crazy, I know, but it can be a projection of the future. In the future, all vehicles will be grade of automation number 3 or higher. Safety levels will be improved, energy consumption will be reduced, and seamless intermodal traveling will be a standard. I invite you to contact me via LinkedIn. We are in deep research and search for top-notch, best-in-class solution providers. And if we find if we both find a solution that can be innovative and can be implemented into rail industry, we will test it out, we will have a pilot project, and we can build the future together. Thank you very much. My name is Paulius Valiulis. Have a nice day.